Hey, Shadow. Hey, Mom. Let me know if my voice cuts in and out at any point because I set up a noise gate to try to a noise gate to try to filter out all of the hiss on my mic. So I'm not sure if I've got the settings correct or if it's going to start cutting off some of my audio, but I'll go and make some adjustments if I need to do that. Okay. I think that looks better. All right. So I need to get a job. Where am I at? There's apparently a job right in front of me. This That looks weird. Okay. But it doesn't seem to be cutting off the first like half of a letter of what I'm saying. Yo, what's up, Roman letters? No, it doesn't. Awesome. Zero time remains. I bet you I'm gonna get there, they're gonna be really pissed that this job is so late. Like literally no time remains. I don't know what happens with that. We'll find out. I also need to get gas at some point. I'm 500 miles away. My gas tank will push me for, 800 miles. Okay, I'm good. I guess I shouldn't have accepted the job before I logged out last time. That'll teach me. Morning, Eternal. How are you? Wandering around like a dope. Isn't that what everybody does in GTA anyway? Just going to single lane. You've managed to run yourself over and total a helicopter. None of those seem like those are that uncommon in GTA. Yeah, doing about as well as expected? Yeah, that sounds it. Okay. Go, dude, go faster. Okay. These turn lanes are very short. What's up, Trika? I love this summer I can go to the gym. I'm sorry, what? That's a common bot saying and you're making a joke? I have not heard that saying ever. That is not something I'm familiar with. Oh, one of the bots did something like that? Yeah, did not see it. I love this summer. It's all December. What are you talking about? What's up, Ty Baltus? Yeah, I'm working on it. Like my goatee has been fine for like 10 years now. It's the sides that I have problems with. It'll happen eventually though. A broke down car. That sucks. This is supposed to pay me $35,000, but I'm gonna be like a day and a half late. Maybe 2 days late on this job. So let's see how pissed off they are. Yo, what's up, Hasty? Lucid, what's up, dude? Is it worth getting speeding tickets to get faster to the destination? No. Because you can get speeding tickets very frequently. Like, I think it's every quarter mile you can get a speeding ticket, and it's like, depending on where you are and how fast you're going, you can get anywhere between like $900 and like $2,800 speeding tickets. So it's going to eat into your profit extremely fast. It's probably not every quarter mile. It's probably like every 5 miles, but still. Playing games with Lucid, taking a pizza break. Awesome. What have you guys been playing today? Are you playing Swords? Oh yeah, you know, me and Lucid just playing Swords. All the ladies out there are like, "What's Swords? Is that a new game?" Say that again? I'm gonna need to adjust my noise gate. It can't hear you. You are correct. Yeah. My noise gate is canceling out Cappy. Ah, it has to cancel out all the annoying stuff. Ouch. I'm gonna slowly make some adjustments to my noise gate after I'm done delivering this job and before I pick up the next one. Happy as noise. Got it. I'm just gonna sit here and adjust my noise gate by like 1 decibel until it starts picking up the hiss, and then knock it up 1. And then just let it sit there. And that in theory should allow Cappy to be heard. I just don't know what there's like 4 different measurements for the noise gate in OBS, and I don't know what they mean because they're not worded in like English. They're like attack mode, defense mode, pistol, rifle, shotgun, over under mode, and I'm like, what the hell does this mean? I don't know what this means. They all have decibel settings. Just give Cappy her own microphone. Yeah, but then I'd have to hook up like a long cable that comes all the way over to my computer. But yeah, y'all are playing GTA? Cool. Oh, I can speed up. Dang, I've been driving 55 this whole time. What am I doing? Wireless? Dude. Anybody who knows anything about audio knows wireless audio sucks. You get pop and hiss just from being wireless. Doesn't have anything to do with the mic picking up, you know, ambient audio. I'd rather run a cable at that point. Why don't you play GTA more? You mean ever? I don't know. I should probably install it and play it. I installed it and played like 4 hours of the story and then just stopped. Not because I didn't enjoy it, it's just because I had other things I wanted to play. Oh, you know what it was? That was back before I had all my big hard drives. And GTA is like 60 gigs. And I was like, I don't have the hard drive space to dedicate 60 gigs to GTA when I have like Mass Effect I wanted to play and Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's 80-ish gigs now? Oh my god. It was like 56 when I installed it at one time, but that was like 3 years ago, so. Yeah, I've got two 2 terabyte drives, so I've got plenty of hard drive space now, but I didn't at the time. I should probably tell it to reinstall at some point. Oh, I need to turn here. Whoops. I'd probably just play through the single player first, though, because I don't know enough about, like, the game and the story to understand what the hell's going on. I don't know, would anybody actually watch a GTA 5 single player playthrough at this point? Like 5 years after it came out? Probably hasn't been that long, but you know what I mean. Prefer my chill games. Fair enough. The Baltus has it. That's the way I prefer to watch too. I mean, every once in a while I'll watch a game from one of the Let's Players that I enjoy, and I'll just be all like, nope. The game is not the guy is not entertaining enough to make the game entertaining, but yeah. I too watch people regardless of what they play for the most part. When you shoot, do you aim with the mouse? That's something I've never been able to figure out when I'm watching other people play. Because it always looks like you have the little reticle, the little dot on the screen, but they're always really jerky with how they move it. And I'm like, do you have to control that with the keyboard? Or can you tell your mouse to do aiming? Because that looks bad. You drive... Aiming is with the mouse. Okay. Maybe I'll install it and mess around with it one of these days. Probably not going to get paid anything for this job. It's going to be funny. what do we got here? Go ahead and get over now. Uh, You'll get the satisfaction of a job well done. Just desert everywhere, Tibaltus. This is a lot of driving in Texas as well. There's a lot of just open fields of nothing. Yellow grass. There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh my god. Eternal. Can't put satisfaction in the gas tank. Well, you can, but that's more of a prank or a fetish thing. Ew. I should move back over. I've been in the left-hand lane for too long. And of course now this lane slams on its brakes. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Well then. How very dirty of you. Petrified Forest National Park? Where am I? Mexico, I guess? Interesting. I gotta stay in my lane, man. This is becoming a problem for me. I'm low on fuel, yeah, but I've got enough to make it to my destination. I'm 210 miles away from my destination, and my tank can get me another 538 miles. There we go. So I'll be able to drop this load off and then get gas before the next job. I also need to sleep in 7.5 hours. So I'll probably have to sleep before I take my next job as well. But thanks for the heads up, though. I have overlooked that in the past. Lucid's probably having, like, emergency flashbacks now. I've never driven by this way station and not had to pull in. As you can see, the highway next to it has been unmapped this whole time. Oh, you weren't paying attention. It was my way station bypass. Started beeping. You may have been shooting at the cops. Okay. Sorry to have interrupted you. Reported. Gallop sounds like somebody when he's drinking. That's what a horse does when he wants to go faster. You've been on this road right on the border between New Mexico and Arizona? Man, when the Texas DLC is going to come out, I will have been on almost all those roads. Just don't tell me you can tell from the view. No, I think you probably just saw the highway number. Well, I haven't been everywhere in Texas. But I've driven a lot. Yeah, the hill country's pretty awesome. Up and around Austin. I love that area. I live on the coast. I also like I like eastern Texas, like Tyler. The Tyler area, that's nice. I have not spent a lot of time up in the Panhandle, however. Like west of Dallas. Basically everything west of Dallas I have not been to. So like Amarillo, not been over there. But I have been to El Paso, been to Big Bend National Park. Everything south of San Antonio. Almost everything over near Houston, Tyler, Dallas. Northeast Texas near Texarkana area. Jacksonville. San Antonio, obviously. Big bend, like when you bend a piece of metal. Big Bend National Park. A big bird. Audra, what's up, dude? Disappointed. The place looks awesome, though. Oi. Oi. But no Big Bird. Well, okay. Touche. It can't be that awesome. Big Bird's not there. Duh. No Oscar the Grouches? No, definitely none of those. Oh, there is probably stuff living in trash cans in there. Just another day in Texas? Fair enough. Got an hour left to deliver this job that's been expired for a couple of days. So we get to see what happens when I do that. I'm like genuinely interested. I can understand that. You have to be in very specific areas for that to really fit well. Oh yeah, dude, Fredericksburg was the jam, man. Their military museum out there is awesome. I went out to that military museum in Fredericksburg, and they did they had a live demonstration of a flamethrower. That was sick. What did that car in front of me just do? Did he go like, bloop, bloop? Is that what happened? That's what I think it looked like. Make this turn. Where am I taking this? Albuquerque itself. Yeah, I know, right, Eternal? That's how I would be. Like, dude, we ordered this like for delivery like 3 days ago. What the hell? Sorry, I had to play Super Mario Sunshine. I forgot I accepted the job. They may go easy on me. I don't know. The next day, probably not a big deal. 2 or 3 days late, you'd probably be like, come on, dude. What the hell? Is the job timer in real time? Yes, because this is an external contract. This is a contract in real world time. And I didn't remember accepting it before I logged off last time, but apparently I did. So when I logged in today, it was all like 0 time. Like, ah, crap. I mean, I could have just abandoned the job, but there would have been a penalty for that as well. So I'm like, you know what? I just need to deliver these gifts. I don't have to, it didn't say I had to do them perfect. I'm going to turn left here. Not all contracts are like that. No, the vast majority of them, like the in-game contracts, are all done on in-game time. And if I stop playing, the in-game timer stops. But if I take an external contract, that's a real-world timer. Timer keeps going whether I'm playing or not. It's beneficial if you need to stop for like an hour, because the job will say like 16 hours remaining, and then you come back and there's 15 hours remaining. You're fine. But not when you leave for like 2 days. And I'm doing these external contracts because it's the only one that lets you deliver Christmas presents like those. And there's there's free stuff that SCS is giving out if you deliver X number of these jobs. Yeah, let's park it normally. Well, external contracts routinely pay more. There's far more of them than there are in-game contracts. Because in-game contracts in a particular city, you may have 2 pages of contracts, and then you'll hit show me external contracts, and now you'll have like 10 pages. So if you get to some place and there's no contract for going where you want to go, you can go external contract and select one of those. They also routinely pay more as well. Well, they deducted $14,000. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me try messing with my noise gate real quick. Test. And when does buzz kick back in? Test. Okay, there's the fuzz. Test. Yeah, the fuzz is still there. Test. Fuzz is still there. Test. Test. Hey, Cappy, can you say something? Can I get you to say something? That's yeah, if you could. Did y'all hear that? Hold on.
Is Hasty still there?
Hold on. Hasty, are you still here? He is.
Would he recommend Final Fantasy 15 to me? Like, I really loved 13, and I know not a lot of people did. And I think he played 15, so I want to know if it's like, yeah, totally worth it. Get it and play it if you enjoyed the other games. I was gonna just message him on Discord, but if he's here, he can tell me. I want to play an RPG.
Did you hear her, Hasty?
You can.
15? Yeah. Would Cappy enjoyed Final Fantasy 13 even though a lot of people didn't. Would you suggest 15?
I've enjoyed all Final Fantasies, honestly.
When I got it, I didn't eat for 2 days.
Okay. Can I get Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah.
Yay! Love you.
Love you too.
Oh, but only because you get me stuff.
That sounds right. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask for a game off of the Steam sale.
Mine's not on sale. Mine's just I want a game.
That's fine.
But yes. What game do you want? Or do you not want to say it?
Hold on. Okay, do me a favor. I need you to look at me while I'm doing this. I'm going to wave my hand at you, and when I wave my hand, I want you to talk from there.
Oh, you didn't wave your hand at me. Hello, my name is Cappy. I've got hands. I panic real easy.
Did you guys hear Cappy just then? You can hear her great. Cappy panics real easily. Yes, she does.
You can buy Final Fantasy 15 new for PS4 right now for $20.
Dude, where at?
This is GameStop.
Shoot.
I'll see if anyone has it in stock.
Okay, yeah, we can go after I'm done streaming. Because they'll be open.
Yeah, for $20 it's normally $40.
Yeah. It's all action instead of turn-based, and it's got quick time events.
I mean, 13 had the paradigm system where I had to do on-the-fly changing and stuff like that. And I've done active time battles with other, or real-time battles with other RPGs. This means nothing to you.
I know what the difference is between a real-time and active battle system is.
Shifts. You never did.
Oh no, yeah, because I asked you if paradigm shifting was like dress spheres from 10-2, and you were all like, no.
Not really, no.
That's very different. Okay. I think I've got my noise gate done pretty well, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing. But yeah, I was thinking of getting the second Deus Ex game.
Okay.
Because it's on sale with all the DLC for like $12 or something.
Well, if you said yes to a $20 game for me, I can't say no to a game for you.
Well, I mean, you could.
I would not.
Okay. So I need to go sleep and get gas. So let's do that first. He said the story's a bit odd, but it kind of keeps into the story the further you go. What?
Well, 13 didn't have a great story, in my opinion.
13 was weird. The little I watched of it, it was a little strange.
The 13-2 story was even worse, but I enjoyed both of those.
All right, let's drive over to Albuquerque. I've got a shop over there. I'll just drive in there, get gas, go to sleep. I heard second day of sex game, not second deus ex. Well, I mean, let's be honest. It's kind of difficult to not hear day of sex when somebody says deus ex. I heard 7 was great. I think you enjoyed 7, but it wasn't like all that.
I enjoyed 7. I played it twice, but no, it's not my favorite. I mean, it was okay, but it's overhyped in my opinion.
That's fair. Yeah, it seems like my noise gate is working okay. It's not perfect, but for like 2 minutes of testing, it's pretty good. I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker for her, Hasty.
What?
Said there's a little section of the game that's horror based.
Oh.
She's played Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and 4, so horror is not something that is off-putting to her. Yeah, that's true, Shadow. I need to get back to Final Fantasy X as well.
Well, didn't you have to upgrade your processor stuff?
Oh, that's right.
So you will get back to it soon.
I need to get my processor and motherboard upgrade and then get those installed, and then I'll be able to return to that. Yeah, Final Fantasy X is probably my second favorite Final Fantasy, and my first is 6. 6 was amazing.
Oh, tell Hasty thank you.
Oh, Cappy said thank you, Hasty. Wasn't 10 weird? No, 10's not weird. It depends on your definition of weird. I mean, Final Fantasies in general are all kind of weird. I'm actually pretty impressed. I was alt-tabbed doing noise gate stuff for like 3 or 4 minutes, and it doesn't look like anybody left during that period. That was cool. What Final Fantasy villain is your favorite or in your top 3? Shit, that's easy. Cappy, who's my favorite Final Fantasy villain?
Kafka.
She knows.
Yeah.
The protagonist was some water soccer sports star? Yes. That's Final Fantasy X. Ironically enough, my favorite lots of stuff is usually based off of how good the villain is. If you like Metroidvania games, I highly recommend Hollow Knight. Isn't that like a Metroidvania Dark Souls, though? Sorry, Roman, did you hear what Cappy said, who my favorite Final Fantasy villain was? I don't know if you actually heard it. Yeah. Kefka well, I mean, kinda. But yeah, Kefka is amazing. But like almost all of my favorite movies have amazing villains. All of my favorite TV shows and and video games have amazing villains. I don't know. Kefka is probably one of the best video game villains ever written. Because too many times villains are like, hey, I'm gonna take over the world. I'm gonna mess stuff up. And then, spoiler alert, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VI, so you might want to like mute the video or something. But Kefka doesn't just say that he's gonna do that stuff. Like halfway through the game, he literally destroys the planet, killing like 90% of all life. You're like, this guy is fucking doing it. Making the hero is easy. It's the villain that really makes the piece worth it. I don't know. There's some people that cannot make a hero to save their lives. They try to make a hero and they just make like generic hero white guy number 2. And you're just like, God, this character is just not interesting to me. The hero is also important, but I do agree that I feel like the villain is more important. Isn't the hero supposed to save their lives? Well, you know what I mean. The hero is not supposed to save the life of the developer. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I played a really good game recently where the hero was uninteresting. The other characters in the game that you encounter, the majority of them were uninteresting, and the villain was atrocious and terrible. And I was like, everything about this game is great except everything that talks is terrible. With a few minor exceptions. It was just so sad. I wanted the game to be so good, and it was just so bad. Alright, price per distance. To LA, Phoenix, Vegas, and Holbrook. Let's take this one to Holbrook. That's a short go. How many video game protagonists are there that go here, do this type, and barely get any usable development? Who's my favorite protagonist in 6? Favorite character-wise or favorite ability-wise? What's up, Jonathan? You still haven't seen Vegas in the game yet? Well, I guess I'll have to take a job to Vegas then, won't I? Vegas is kind of cool looking. I'd have to say, ability-wise, my favorite character is probably Sabin. Because I mean, how you gonna make fun of a guy that can suplex a train, right? And story-wise, probably Edgar. Edgar has a pretty good story. Either that or Locke. Locke's story is okay. Suplexing a train, life goals. I know, dude. You just grab a train and pick it up and flip it over. Like it's nothing. Now, who's my favorite character in the game that's not well, that's, I don't know if he's a villain or a protagonist. He's definitely an antagonist through the majority of the game. I love Ultros. Ultros is just so dumb. Oh my god. But it's so good. Ultros is a well-written bad guy. Making fun of someone who can suplex a train is easy. Once. Yeah. You're not gonna do it twice. Ultros, yeah! Ultros is such an idiot. Ugh, but he's just so fun. You're just constantly laughing at him the whole time. The first time you fight him, you're like, holy crap, that guy is hard. And then as you progress through the story, you're just like, wow, this guy just does not increase in difficulty at all. It's just, towards the end, it's just like a pushover. Just like, dude, what are you doing? Get out of here. Ultros showing up at the opera house. It's like, bro, come on now. Anyway, we're taking this delivery over to Tidbit in Holbrook. This will be interesting. I should probably just stay in this lane. Yep. Very erotic. Is this game moddable? Yeah, this truck I'm driving right now is a mod. Volvo does not have trucks in American Truck Simulator. They have them in European Truck Simulator, but not at ATS. I have a mod that introduces real life companies into the game. So like I'm picking up, I'm taking a delivery from Walmart to Tidbit. Walmart is obviously a real company, but the base game can't use brand names. So all the brand names that you see in the game is a mod. All the cars that are on the road, they look like real life cars but have generic names on them. I've got a mod that replaces the generic name with the real name. I also have another mod for better headlights and a mod for another truck that I use, a Freightliner. Also not available in the game yet. That's one of the things that I think ATS needs to put a little more effort into is getting getting truck company licenses again. They only have 2 truck company licenses right now. Just Peterbilt and Kenworth. Nothing else. So in the base of the game, there's only like 5 trucks? 4 trucks, maybe? You need to buy your first truck before you go online? Yeah. I need to buy another truck that's a non-modded truck and spec it out the way I like it so that when I do play in multiplayer, I can just switch over to that truck. Because you can't use mods in multiplayer. Can you add giant monsters and flamethrowers? I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, dude, the modding community does a great job. I wish I got a mod for a specific truck, an International Lone Star, but apparently the guy who made the mod hasn't updated it in a long time, and so the mod doesn't work anymore. But I would really love to drive an International Lone Star. I just can't seem to get one. I can't seem to find a mod for that truck that is up to date. It's disappointing. What's really nice about SCS, the company that makes these games, is that their trucks are never DLC. So if you buy the base game and none of the DLC, and they license Freightliner or license Volvo trucks, you'll just get that in a patch one day. SCS is a pretty cool company like that. And even then, their DLCs are relatively cheap. You know, most of their DLCs are like $5 or less. The only things that are a little more expensive are their map DLCs. Those are usually like, I don't know, $10 or $12. But it all depends on the size of the map. I don't think New Mexico was that much. I think it was like $8. And of course, this is all US dollars. So take that into consideration. There's like 2 highways in the state and 5 big cities. Yeah, it wasn't that big. Texas, I would not be surprised if their Texas DLC comes out and it's like $15. That would not surprise me at all. Yeah, they use a lot of Google Street View. They've also come over to the United States periodically. I think they send a couple of guys over to the U.S. every time they're rolling out a new state, and they just drive up and down a bunch of the roads, a bunch of the major highways, and take pictures along the way of like important landmarks. I know before they released ATS, they came over to California and stuff, and did a lot of in-person research. Yeah, their maps are very high quality. There's a big modding group called ProMods. ProMods does maps and assets, so like buildings and signage and stuff like that. Trees, bushes, that kind of thing. And the ProMods guys did such a good job on their mod that SCS ended up hiring like 3 or 4 of the dudes when they expanded their company. But yeah, those those two guys, the actual SCS maps and the Pro Mods maps are extremely high quality. I've never played on any of the other maps. I don't know why that 18-wheeler slowed down all of a sudden, but we're getting around him. There's also a lot of like game time involved. So they'll make a map for a state, and then they've got to pay their staff to drive up and down all the roads to make sure there's no like obvious problems with assets popping into the road. Like I remember in one of the beta builds of American Truck Sim, watching a video of this guy testing it on YouTube, and he's driving down the center of the highway just like this, and all of a sudden right in between the two lanes is just a telephone pole sticking right up, and he's like, I don't think that's supposed to be there. They obviously had not caught it yet. They make sure there's no holes in the textures. They do really good jobs. Plus, all the wildlife, it's just thick enough and just sparse enough to feel real. A lot of people would put either too few trees or too many trees, and you're like, it feels like this place is either dead or I'm driving through a forest. But this feels natural. They do a really good job. They get a lot of flack from some people in the community about taking so long to put maps out. But when they do put a map out, holy crap. It is pretty. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm looking really forward to the Texas mod or Texas DLC, is because I'm going to drive up and down a lot of highways that I'm very familiar with, and I'm going to recognize things and go, that hill is there in real life, you know? I know that hill. Well, yeah, they obviously can't include all the hills. They can't include the entirety of all the cities. The big cities are kind of big in game when you think about it, but also when you think about compared to real life, they're not very big at all. They gotta trim the fat, yeah. Exactly. Otherwise, you could literally drive for hours in the game and never actually leave one city. So, they can't be that big. Yeah, well, I think they'll probably make the 85 mile an hour speed limit, but the 85 mile an hour speed limit does not apply to 18-wheelers, so you have to take that in consideration. The trucks will be limited to speed, but yeah, there is. I doubt they'll do those extra wide freeways in the Houston area. There are freeways in Houston that are like 10 or 12 lanes in one direction. It's crazy. But I mean, the traffic is crazy, so. Alright, we are almost at the delivery point. Have I been to Hallbrook? It says I have, but... Why is it called Katy? There's a city called Katy. It's just... Why am I pumping my brakes? I'm not really pumping my air brakes. I'm just pumping the brakes. Also, hey, what's up, Tynan? How are you? Yeah, there are a lot of... Now that you mention it, there are a lot of cities with first names in Texas.
Yeah. Tyler, Katie.
Yeah, Tyler, Katie, Kyle.
Sure, you could just look it up. Alan. The bottom, just. That's why I said Alan.
We also have a lot of strangely named towns like China and Paris. Austin, I mean, Austin is a first name, but it's not named after someone's first name. Austin's named after a dude's last name. So is Houston. Waxahachie? Yeah. Austin is for Stephen Austin, yep. Houston is for Sam Houston. Oh, I turned the truck off. That was dumb. Yeah, I can park there. Houston is named after we have a problem? No. Oh, but no, yeah, that's where the saying comes from, yes. NASA's primary flight control is in Houston, Texas. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sneak this in there. Maybe. It's going to be tight. Giggity. That was a short one. All right. I think that's going to be a short stream for now, guys. But I will be back later tonight, and I will be playing something else. I don't know. Maybe some more ATS, maybe something else. Not 100% sure. But I'll post it in my Discord server. So if y'all want to come follow me on my Discord server, !Discord in the chat will give you a link there. But yeah, I'm going to be taking off for now. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, Mom.